having a little brewski here, and whenever I have a beer, I like to listen to a little bit of music. But this is the beer I'm having. It's called Tsingtao, I believe. I used to have it down in a Chinese restaurant here in Port Arlington with my good friend Jimmy, who was a chef. But I haven't seen Jimmy for many, many years now, and I'm not sure where he is. But anyway, whenever I have a little beer, I like to listen to a little music. And in particular, I like to listen to John Prine. And in particular, I like to listen to John Prine, Hello in There. It all happened last summer. I never really was a John Prine fan. I never really was a John Prine fan before. But one night, I was having a few beers, and I put on the song Hello in There. It was a live performance on YouTube. It's the first time I ever heard it. And because I only had 1 or 2 beers, I was quite present. Everything else that was around me had vanished, and I was only listening to the song, listening to the words of that song. And my God, are they captivating. You know, Prine is one of those guys who writes lyrics that just are whoa. Another thing I actually love about Prine is whenever he sings, it sounds like he's talking. He does it effortlessly. Even if you watch him doing a live performance, he's effortlessly singing. It's fantastic. And you notice that. When people try to cover his songs, they sing it when they can't sing it like John Prine. He's just got that sound to his voice. But that's country all over, right? It's that little soul, that little bit of heart that they have, and that little bit of grit. But yes, that song all last summer is all I used to listen to whenever I had a drink, and that was forever etched in my mind. That summer of 2024 was the John Prine Hello in There summer, and it was a beautiful summer. In particular, there was one week where the weather was just phenomenal. Sun, and more sun. And it's not that common here in Ireland, but when the sun comes out in Ireland, everyone's happy. Everyone doesn't even bother working. We're all outside. You have a few beers, you listen to John Prine, Hello in There. It's beautiful. So I don't really know what this video is about. I'm just talking about how I listen to John Prine whenever I like to drink. Now he's on my drinking playlist forever. He's etched there forever. And, you know, the good thing, I don't really like to drink too much, but every now and then I like to have a little beer because, you know, I have a constant thinking syndrome. So I think all the time. And I find that if I have a little beer every now and then, a little Tsingtao, you know, it takes the edge off the old thinking, and it just calms me down. And as if I have 1 or 2, but you can go the other way. You know, you can really go the other way with it. But that's a different story altogether. Anyway, one of the main things I wanted to talk about in that John Prine song, Hello in There, which I also like to play now whenever I have a few beers on the guitar, because I'm a little bit like Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys, you know. I have a few beers, listen to the song, now I want to play the song. And it's one of them special things in life, having a few little beers. If you can play an instrument, sit down, play a little set list, there's not much better feeling than that, really. It's the simple things. But there's a chord change in it, and I'm not sure what it is. I don't really know what it's called. I'm not really that technical on the guitar, or really that good in particular. I can just kind of do a bit of a song and dance, you know. And but I'm actually going to show you what I'm talking about. But it completely changes the tone of the song, the mood of the song, and you don't get that in country that much. Every time I hear that chord, every time I play that chord, beautiful. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I just looked up the chords of the song. I play the song all the time, but I can never really remember chords that much or lyrics, so I have to look them up all the time. My brain can't take them in. And anyone wants to play the song, it's G, It's in G, and it's capo 3. But the chord I'm talking about comes in I'll tell you when it comes. But I just want you to have a listen to it because it's so fucking good, right? So the song is kind of like this, right? Had an apartment in the city. Me and Loretta love living there. Here's the chord. It's been years since the kids are grown, a life of their own, left us all alone. John and Linda live in Omaha. Joe is somewhere up the road. We lost Davy to the Korean War. I don't know what for. Don't matter anymore. They know that old trees grow much stronger. Old rivers are wilder every day. But old people just go lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello one day. Hello. You hear when that chord comes in, it's fucking. Because the song is pretty normal up until then, although it is very beautiful and romantic and nostalgic, and it's an old man looking back in his life. Obviously it fills you with that, but that chord is when life isn't going right and it throws them strange things that happen. It's been years since the kids are grown, a life of their own, left us all alone. Oh, it's beautiful. And then the second verse, then he's talking about his kids. John and Linda live in Omaha. Joe lives somewhere up the road. Then we lost Dave to the Korean War. I still don't know what for. Doesn't matter anymore. I don't know. It's become one of my favorite chord changes, and that's it really. So this is what I'm thinking. The summer's coming, the good weather's coming. It's almost May. I recommend you do something for me. Get yourself some Tsingtao. Drink one from my old friend Jimmy, the chef. Throw on some John Prine and listen for that chord change. And have a lovely day.